Hello everybody, hello all gentle folk, gentle beasts and all creatures in between, and welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind with me, Traversing the Dark, and Carla the Cam. Where last we left off, we had just dealt with one of Master Aryan's problems with Telarun, and we had killed the previous, basically Archmagister of House Telvanni and gotten his sweet Archmagister robes, which give us a bunch of absolutely crazy enchantments and enhancements to our character. And now Carla's looking swole, ready to handle the endgame dungeon and endgame content. Basically, we have got level 22, we're above level 20, and we've got a reputation of 50 in the world of Morrowind. So normally what would happen is we have to quest all around the island, getting the support of the various great houses, but because of Carla's reputation, she's kind of already well known, and so what we can do is we can just head out and go and speak to the Patriarch of the Temple, who will let us do the final quest because of her reputation. I thought she had some pretty good spells. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. It might be that robe that's pretty good. If I'm not mistaken, this is the robe of Drake's Pride, which is one of the best robes in the game. Second best before the one that we have for crazy magic bonuses, which is of course the Mantle of Woe. But I like this, I prefer the design, I love this Archmagister robe. I'll link the mod in the description for these robes. It basically gives all the Telvanni councillors a little bit more flavour. So folks, I know it's been a while. It's been a little while, it's been a couple of weeks since the last video. I've been recording some other videos, some more video essay content. I mean, this channel started off as a video essay channel, and really that's what it will remain. A lot of people have come because of the original Morrowind video, and I thought I would do this Let's Play as a kind of celebration of the game, because if there was one game I was gonna Let's Play, it would be Morrowind. The other game would be Dragon Age Origins, which I know like the back of my hand. It's probably my most replayed game of all time, like from start to finish. I've restarted Morrowind a bunch, I've played Morrowind so much, but Dragon Age Origins is just one of those games that I've completed it. Every time I play it, I need to complete it. This guy's glitched out. He is literally sleeping with the fishes, and I don't have a clue what's caused that, but anyway, I'm out of here. Have me travel to... where should I go? I'm going to go to Sadrith Mora. I tell you what, take me to Tel Mora, and then a Divine Intervention should take me to Sadrith Mora. We have to reach Vivek, and we have to speak to the Patriarch of the... Actually, wait, no we don't. If I'm not mistaken, we need to speak to a certain representative of House Redrun. So we actually need to go to Aldrun. And I'm not going to Divine Intervention because it'll take me... take me to Firewatch. That might actually be worth it. That actually might be worth it. I'm going to do that. Because then I can fast travel from the Mages Guild there all the way to Sadrith Mora. I reckon I've probably only got like 2 more episodes in this series, and then it's done, which is insane to think. And I've done pretty much everything I wanted to do. I've explored a lot of the new Tamriel Rebuilt content, given you guys a taste, which hopefully, you know, if you've not downloaded Tamriel Rebuilt, you can go do it now. I've hopped around all of Morrowind, doing a bunch of different quests, main quests and side quest related stuff. Pretty much completed 2 guilds. Didn't join a great house. It was going to be Telvanni, but I'm thinking maybe for some other episodes that I might do at a later date. Just do some random Morrowind maybe, we'll see. Here we are. I had to remember my fly spell. I could probably make these spells better, but I just want to continue the gameplay. And, oh, what am I doing? It's not in here. I remember in an early build of Tamriel Rebuilt, the Mages Guild was actually attached to Firewatch, which helps imply that the Imperial Legion here have basically kind of got the services of the townspeople. I mean, the Mages Guild is a Imperial sanctioned guild anyway, but no, it's now in its own little place. So yeah, it's been great to do the playthrough. It's not quite done yet, but it is, as I say, approaching its kind of end froze. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do next is a couple of video essays that I promised that I'd do, and I left it up to a vote. So one of them was Made in Abyss and the kind of psychological underpinnings of that show. And another one was Dark Souls as a kind of exploration of nihilism. Those two are things I've been working on kind of sporadically. They have been taking a while. I love the lighting in this place. They have been taking a while, but it's because I don't want to kind of... Oh, it's because I don't want to compromise in the quality of them. You know, I feel like I've improved a lot from the Morrowind video, which a lot of people have come to the channel from. Which is amazing to see, because I consider that video just a little bit rougher in the edges. Hello there. Take me to... It'd probably be better if I could get to Outrun.
Hey, old friend.
But if it takes me to Vivek, I can just go to Outrun. Okay. Take me to Vivek. Thank you. Gonna be a lot of transit in this episode, but it has to be done. Believe me, there would be more if we were doing all the Great House quest lines. Because, as I'm sure anyone who's played Telvanni, not Telvanni, Halalu knows, there's a lot of jumping around just to find people and just speak to people. This place be crumbling. This place be crumbling. Up there, see that? That is where we're going to end up going. Why did I come here? This is actually not where I needed to go at all, by the way. And where am I? Yeah. So the Redoran are considered the most honourable of the great houses, and they've got someone here who we have got to speak to.
Come on. I haven't got the latest.
Hello there, my friend Serefi. I don't mean to pry into your affairs, but if you are the Nerevarine, as they say, why haven't you fulfilled the Nerevarine prophecies? The people are badly frightened by these 6 house disturbances. You haven't gotten yourself into any sort of trouble, have you? A discreet contact tells me that Archcanon Fuller Saronia, the High Priest of the Temple, is becoming desperate, and that he's hoping you will come speak with him at the High Fane in Vivek City. Maybe that would be best. So this is telling us, right, skip all the running about and speaking to people. Go meet the Archcanon of the Temple, who, if you remember the story, have been persecuting the Nerevarine, who is the reincarnation of Lord Nerevar, a wartime hero, who famously defeated the dwarves at Red Mountain with his close confederates, the Tribunal, Almalexia, Vivek and Sofasil, and Dagoth who was back then called Volnian Dagoth, and who now takes up residence in the centre of Red Mountain, and is basically the reason behind the cause of all Morrowind's problems, such as the Blight and Blighted monsters.
Yes,
That's a good Magicka pull, just making sure I've got everything ready. I did actually increase the difficulty. I decided it would be best. Vivek. And we'll do a little divine intervention. No! Oh shit, wrong one. Wrong one. Oh well. I can just do an Alm Civi from here. I usually never get them mixed up. We're going to end up back at the Imperial Chapels of Ebenheart. Yup. I love the snowland over there. Okay, and now I'm just going to Alm Civi intervention, which should hopefully, if the new landmass over there doesn't have a temple, which I don't think it does, hopefully this will just take me to the Vivek temple. Yeah, okay, cool. From here, there's a couple of things that we can do. Hall of Wisdom. If I'm not mistaken, there should be an entrance to the Archcanon's quarters somewhere. A kind of secret entrance, although I could actually just be mistaken. This becomes one of those episodes where I just literally run around trying to find something. Milo's quarters, Canon offices, Canon quarters.
I'm sure there's someone else you can borrow.
Probably. Nerevarine Putui, Lies and superstition. Why do you defy the temple teachings? You're an agent of the Emperor, yeah. Everyone hates me in here. But no one's attacking me. Which is bizarre because people do say to you, avoid the Ordinators because they'll attack you on sight. But that isn't what's happening. I feel like there was a couple of things in Morrowind that they didn't quite program. Because they knew it would kind of be bullshit. Like being attacked as soon as you enter Vivek. If you're the Neverine. Hall of Justice. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go back outside. I'm trying to remember where the canon offices are. Hall of Wisdom. Oh, I tell you what. High Fane. That's where they are. Hello. High Fane. Wooden door. You're not the guy I want, is it? Nope, you hate me. Everyone hates poor Carla. Look at her though. Look at her awesome outfit. And her awesome bonking stick. Love Skull Crusher. So cool. Vivek Temple. Right. This is the room that I need to go through.
Keep moving.
Now, the annoying thing is that... join the temple. You claim to fulfill the false prophecies of the Incarnate and the Neverine, but you are really an agent in the pay of the Imperial Intelligence Service. You are an outlaw and a fraud, yet you have the nerve to ask to join the temple. Go away. Little fun Easter egg, but you cannot join the temple faction when you're at this point of the main quest. And something else that I'm realising is I'm going to have to probably... I'll see if this works. Because I need to unlock that door. If I'm not mistaken, there is a way in. I don't know if he's gonna... Let me see. Soul Sickness, specific place, St. Thomas Canton. Sarione, is he there? Someone in particular? Whatever, okay. Okay, we could go about and try and find a secret entrance to this place, but I think instead I'm going to do something fun. On Ducey's open door. Do I have the spell that I'm looking for? Oh, do I not have the spell that I'm looking for? I thought I bought like a basic lock spell. Maybe I didn't. Because with a lock spell you can close a door and no NPC can get through it. Magic key, that opens. Hex. Exploding Palm. Wow. Let's try the search function. Lock. Amulet of locking. Ah! Okay, that's what I've got. That should do it. Okay.
What are you doing? Get out.
And then we do the amulet of locking. Oh! Oh. Oh, what? That didn't work out at all. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to speak to him. Pay the gold, no resist arrest. I just need to speak to you for a minute. Thank you for coming, Carl the Cam. You know the Temple's doctrine in the Neverine. Perhaps it's time to change that doctrine. Don't mind the battle music, Fuller. Don't mind the Ordinator that chased me in. This is, to be fair, this is what I feel like Carla would do. She would just run right in, smash through the door, and just demand to be spoken to while an Ordinator's about to wail on her. Okay. Temple's doctrine. Protect the people. Our situation is desperate. I would rather have you hear the details of our situation and the circumstances leading up to that situation from Lord Vivek himself. He has asked to see you. Would you agree to a private meeting with him and hear in person what he has to say? Yes. It's one of those RPG choices where it's like I could say no, but I need to say yes to advance. Or I could just kill Vivek, and then there's a whole new way to do the quest. Anyway, here are 2 keys, one to the private back entrance to my quarters, that's what I was looking for. The other to a locked entrance to Lord Vivek's palace. I regret that at present the Ordinators are not completely under my control. You don't have to tell me twice. So for now, I'll ask you to avoid confrontations with them. Lord Vivek is expecting you. His lordship is remarkably patient, but perhaps it would be better not to keep him waiting. Okay, bye! Everything's okay. Is he gonna chase me? Hello? Hello, sir? Hello?
Not now, Outlander.
No problem. He's one of the good boys.
Let's not make
You're one of the good boys, aren't you?
Move along.
Don't mess. Battle mage. I am a battle mage. I actually forgot that's my actual class. Hey, I'm Nerevar. Hello again, Carl the Cam. What a pleasant guy this is. I'm Mida Ravel. Noble.
Must say.
Outside? Okay. Every time they freak me out. Every time. Remember the pal at the prison? Where we escaped? And here, by the way, are some statues of what Vivek looks like. And that is not even an exaggeration. That is just what Vivek looks like. Now what we get to do is actually enter the palace. And we get basically a lore dump on everything that has happened leading up to this point in Morrowind's history. And what happened with Nerevar and Vivek, and here we are. There he is. The floaty boy himself. Vivek. Hello, sir. You're a tad shorter than I thought. Oh, there he's floating again. Now, if you notice, he's got half of him Dunmer, half of them Chimer. The Dark Elves were cursed by Azura when they betrayed her and used the heart of Lorcan, which Dagoth Ur currently has, in order to make themselves immortal. Azura cursed them to all have their dark-skinned, ashen hue. And Vivek kind of likes to be in both worlds. He likes to be part Chimer, what they were before, which is kind of yellow-skinned like the High Elves, and he likes to show half of himself being Dunmer. And his other tribunal have various different viewpoints on that. Hello. I expected you. We have business, you and I. When I was young like you, I was very impatient, so I will keep our business short. That is a lie. Then later, there may be time for other things. First, I propose to remove my curse upon the Nerevarine and the persecution of the dissident priests, who were the group that helped us that Meramelo was part of. We got her to our monastery near Azura's shrine, and they helped us figure out the prophecies. And proclaim to all Morrowind that Kara the Cam is the incarnate in Nerevarine and the prophesied saviour of Morrowind, the last hope to withstand the menace of Dagoth Ur in this sixth house. These things I will do, whether you wish it or not. So we're in the clear, basically. Next, I propose to surrender to you the power and responsibility of defeating Dagoth Ur. You may choose to refuse, I will not compel you. You will receive the power as a gift in the form of an artifact called Wraithguard. You may accept the gift, then do with it as you will. You will receive the responsibility as an oath. You may give your oath and keep it or break it as you like. First, will you accept Wraithguard as a gift? It depends. Yes, I accept no. What if I say it depends? I'll take your maybe as a no, then that concludes our interview. I hope it has not been an inconvenience. If you change your mind, come back. Okay, I accept it. See? Good, sensible of you. And now, will you give your oath before all gods and men, before all spirits visible and invisible, before my honour and your honour, such as it is, to dedicate yourself and Wraithguard to the defeat and destruction of Dagoth Ur and the preservation of Morrowind and its people? It depends. She's just trolling him. I so swear. Not very sensible, but very good. I was hoping for someone who would have no hesitations about making such an oath. You will now have a brief momentary sensation of time passing. Don't be alarmed. You are being taken out of time in order to avoid the unpleasant experience of learning how to use Wraithguard. It will be over before... There's a brief sensation of motion in total darkness, floating, but without a sense of weight or direction. You know it. Now, I will notify the temple that you are our champion. There shall be no more persecution of the dissident priests, and I hope both sides shall swiftly be reconciled. We have time for questions if you would like, or you may leave if you wish, but I think there are at least two things you ought to know before you leave: how to use Wraithguard, and how to defeat Dagoth Ur. We can ask him a bunch of questions about his role in Dagoth Ur's madness, about what Dagoth Ur's like, about how he feels about being a god. Those mad eyes are not giving me confidence about him, though. Vivek has attained something called Chim, which basically means that you kind of exist out of time in the Elder Scrolls universe. You're a god, basically. Dagoth Ur's the former High Councillor of House Dagoth, the Sixth House. He was of Lord Nerevar's generation, older than we, and a mighty sorcerer and enchanted in life. In his sustained shadow immortality, he appears to be a highly intelligent, severely deluded immortal monster with unparalleled supernatural abilities. They should say paralleled. His abilities other people have had before. You could parallel them. He appears by turns lucid and deranged, compassionate and bestial, profoundly wise and profoundly disordered. In short, he is a mad god. Okay, defeat Dagothr. To defeat Dagothr, go to Red Mountain to recover the artifact hammer Sunder from Gate Citadel Viminyal. Then recover the artifact blade Keening from Gate Citadel Odrossel. Then proceed with Wraithguard, Sunder and Keening to the Citadel of Dagothr. Within the Citadel, find the heart of Lorkhan. Use the free artifacts to sever Dagothr's connection to the heart, and he will be destroyed, and the blight ended on Morrowind. To destroy Dagothr, sever his connection to the heart of Lorkhan. To do this, strike the heart with the artifact hammer Sunder once, then strike it once more with the artifact blade Keening. You must wear Wraithguard because you cannot handle either Sunder or Keening unless you are wearing Wraithguard. That is the short, simple explanation. Here's the long, detailed explanation written down for your convenience. Read it, study it, commit it to memory. He's right. These are tools of the dwarven tonal architect Kagernak, who uncovered the heart of Lorkhan, which is the heart of a dead god in Red Mountain. He used the heart in experiments to try and attain immortality, but failed when the Tribunal, under Nerevar's guidance as war general, as Hortador, which is what we are, under his guidance, they interrupted Kagernak and he ushered in the disappearance of the dwarves. Nobody knows where the dwarves are, although we've met the last living one. So these are artifacts that are super powerful and can be used to like manipulate the heart of Lorkhan and to do some timey-wimey shenanigans stuff. Vivek wants it destroyed, which, funnily enough, will make him mortal again. I mean, he's basically telling us to kill Dagothr, you need to kill me too. So let's talk here. I believe we've finished our business. I'll notify the temple that you're our champion. There'll be no more persecution of the distant priests, and I hope both sides will be reconciled. You're my guest, I am your host, and we have time for explanations or counsel or questions or bitter reclamations if you like. Or you may leave as you wish, but I think before you leave, hear the plan. Okay. Go to Red Mountain, get the artifacts, mess up Dagothr. Explanations. Why did I wage war on the Nerevarine? Why did I try to suppress the dissident priests? Why is Dagothr winning? How does the Tribunal fight Dagothr? What are Wraithguard's powers? It's a huge lore dump, and a lot of it I've already went through in the videos that have come before this. But I will ask him a couple of key questions. Dagothr winning. Dagothr is winning because he's close to the source of power, Lorkhan's heart, and because he retains the passion of madness, while we, the Tribunal, have settled into the lonely and unrewarding posture of dogged dutifulness and perseverance. And finally, perhaps because he is stronger and smarter than we are, and his followers are more fervent and fanatical. I believe we were careless and complacent and outwitted, and in the matter of denying the Nerevarine, we were foolish. Why did I try to kill you? Because you threatened the faith of my followers, and I needed their faith to hold back the darkness. And I thought you were my enemy, a pawn of the subtle Daedra Lord Azura. Which is technically true. It is Azura that's been given us visions throughout this, or a pawn of Emperor Uriel Septon. Which, also, you know, the Emperor sent us here. This is what Morrowind does. It does make you question the kind of hero's journey. It's very like Dune in that way, with Paul Atreides. And, you know, I think that Grant Kirkhope, the guy that did most of Morrowind's lore writing, has to admit some Dune inspiration from Frank Herbert. Funnily enough, tonight after I do this video, I'm going to go see Dune Part 2. Cannot wait. Literally cannot wait. Or perhaps you're a fraud, a hero, but not much if one of my faithful could destroy you. Circumstances are altered. I need you and you need me. What else will we ask him? The Tribunal have made campaigns to Red Mountain. Yeah, they have actually killed Dagothr before, but he always comes back, because the heart is bound to that location in Red Mountain, and also they don't want to destroy the heart, so leaving the heart alive has basically meant they've made Dagothr more powerful. And when he's captured Sunder and Keeling, our fortunes have waned. So, counsel, Where is Dagoth Ur? What are his plans? Who's his servants? Who is he? His powers, his defences, prepare for battle, who can help? What's his plans? We know nothing for sure. We've learned much from interrogating Six House cultists and victims of dream compulsions. And from our study of Dagoth Ur's actions, the Temple Skulls and Inquisitors have prepared a document. That summarises what we know. Take the copy. I want your trust, so I've had the priest make copies of a number of documents. They're here for you to read or take with you. Yeah, sure. What about bitter recriminations? You want to chide me, why did I murder Nerevar? Why did I break my oath to Azura not to use Kegonarch's tools? Why did I cause others to suffer? These are probably the most interesting questions. He is a regretful god. Him and the tribunal, as Sofa Sil and Almalexia, set themselves up as gods, but in so doing Nerevar died, and now it's a debate in history whether they killed Nerevar or not. So, why did I murder Nerevar? We did not murder Nerevar. The legend that we murdered him comes from a story told by a shield companion to Nerevar, Alandro Sul, who lived among the Ashlanders. They've retained his account as part of our oral histories. The account is persuasive in some details and plausible in others, and in any case false. I have 2 accounts of Nerevar's death here in my library. Read them and judge for yourself. There's a book, I think it's called Vivek on Trial, which you can even find in Skyrim, which was the first time I read it, which is about him saying that he both did and didn't murder Nerevar. And some people have taken in that in certain interpretations, but it is a mystery of Morrowind. What's certain is that they did break their oath to Lady Azura, who told them not to use the tools of Kegonarch. Along with Lord Nerevar, and at his insistence, Almalexia, Sofa Sil and I swore before our god of oaths at the time, the Deirdre Lord Azura, never to employ the tools of Kegonarch for any purpose. We broke our oaths. We turned our backs on the old gods. I still see no compelling reason to worship any of the Aedra or Deirdre, but for the respect I held for Nerevar, and the respect I held for myself, I should never have betrayed my oath. Of all my life's actions, I most regret that failure. Well, yeah, I mean, it's directly led to all the suffering that we've seen in Morrowind. Why did I cause others to suffer? I respect that question and you for it. The most I can say is I did the best I could as I saw things. Can you, mortal, presume to judge the actions and motives of a god? But because I need you and you need me, I will make an accounting for my sins to you, but not now. Destroy Dagoth Ur, and then we will discuss my sins. Then perhaps you will have earned the right to judge me. Interesting. So, prepare for battle. Actually, I think I want to talk to him about being a god. What is it like to be a god? It is like being a juggler. Things are always moving and you learn to know where they are without even thinking about it. Only there are many, many things moving, and sometimes, like any juggler, you drop something. I'm afraid it has become a lot more a matter of dropping things lately. There's too much to do and not enough time, and I'm losing my touch. Perhaps I'm growing old. Morrowind's writing is just so good. I mean, I've never seen a god describe himself as a juggler. I mean, it sounds like such a kind of refutation of a god's power. It makes it the divine so mundane, and that's what's so interesting about Morrowind's writing and Vivek as a character. It's a bit like being at once awake and asleep. Awake, I'm here with you thinking and talking. Asleep, I am very, very busy. Perhaps for other gods, the completely immortal ones, it is only like that being asleep, out of time. Me, I exist at once inside of time and out of it. So he's talking about Chim. It is nice never being dead too. When I die in the world of time, then I'm completely asleep. I'm very much aware that all I have to do is choose to wake, and I'm alive again. Many times I have very deliberately tried to wait patiently a very long, long time before choosing to wake up. And no matter how long it feels like I wait, it always appears when I wake up that no time has passed at all. That is the God place, the place out of time, where everything is always happening all at once. So see, very, very Paul Atreides, very Muad'Dib from Dune. Interesting. So, prepare for battle. Where is it? Here we go. Prepare for war. Beyond the ghost fence, there are no safe places, no allies, stockpile resources, plan for retreat and replenishment, quest for artifacts of power. We've already done most of that. Who can help me? Ordinators and Boyan armigers stationed at Ghostgate have the most practical knowledge of the nightmare world inside the ghost fence. Seek them in my name for counsel and aid. Okay. Cool. I am going to put on Wraithguard. It's actually got a bunch of awesome little enchantments, but it means I need to forsake the Fist of Radagolf Right Gauntlet, which means I'll forsake a bonus of 20 to my strength, which is fine. It's not, that's not crazy bad. There it is, Wraithguard. Shield, Reflect, Resist Disease, Resist all elemental forces. It's 500,000k. Pretty awesome. Put it on. There we go. And we get a cool little shield effect, which, not gonna lie, I might turn that off because the little sparkles do get a little bit annoying. But yeah, we get a permanent little shield, bonus to our armor. We've lost our strength bonus, but I think, to be honest, with Skull Crusher, we should be fine. Vivek's got a bunch of books we can take. The Battle of Red Mountain, Nereva at Red Mountain, Daggerford's plans. He wants to establish a theocracy based on the worship of the newborn god Akulakan. This is something new that Vivek didn't mention. Dagoth is building a giant titan from the remains of the Numidium, which is at Red Mountain, which is basically a giant robot that the Emperor Tiber Septim used to unite all of Tamriel, because how the hell is anyone going to fight against a giant robot? He's rebuilding it and he's using the Heart of Lorkhan to power it. So that's something new that we've learned. Expose the false worship of the Tribunal. All individuals of inferior and Mongol races will be evicted from Morrowind. He'll make a racially pure empire. Drive the empire from Morrowind. Recover ancient territories stolen by Skyrim and Argonia. So basically, Dagoth plans to dominate Morrowind, establish a theocracy with himself at the head, and then branch out to conquest. Extend the worship of Akulakan to all nations of Tamriel through subversion and conquest. And then it goes through, basically, his 6 house cells that he's set up, the dream visions he's been sending people, and there you go. Dagothar's like a stochastic terrorist. He's out there YouTubing, giving his right-wing evil perspectives on nationalism. And people are beginning to take action. I mean, honestly, there is a bit of a parallel there if you think about what he's actually doing, invading people's dreams. I think Vivek even uses the term broadcasting his mind, which is interesting. Anyway, it's time for us to go to Ghostgate and begin. We've got a Drossel, Viminyal, and Dagoth himself, his own place. So we're going to make the journey. Take me to, I think I'll go to, actually no, I'll go to Ebenheart. Don't need this anymore. I'm saving to vision. So yeah, this is mainly, oh no, I'm Civvy. Oh, God, I got them mixed up again. That's what happens when you don't play Morrowind for a couple of weeks. This episode's been a very lore-based episode, and I think I'm pretty much going to just get to Red Mountain and kind of begin the ascent, pretty much. Where am I? Where am I? I've already forgotten where I'm. Wow.
Let's get this over with.
Do you know what the problem is? I'm going to see Dune later and I've literally just got it on my mind. Wait, here we go. Look at that sunset. It's appropriate. I mean, this is your hero, look at her. This is your Dark Elven Battle Mage hero right here. Levitating off into the sunset. Here we go. It's crazy to think just the scope of Morrowind. And then it even starts to ask kind of metaphysical questions the more that you go into it. If you read the 36 sermons of Vivek, you'll see that his philosophy is actually super interesting. And it kind of inspired by Taoism and Buddhist philosophy as well. In the Tao teaching, kind of some of its more metaphysical elements. Not you, you're not who I need.
If you want something.
Now is the time to talk. Vivek. Do do do. Do do do. Here we go. Now, those 3 citadels in Red Mountain are the ones that we need to hit in order to defeat Dagoth Ur. we've got Odrossel, which is Keening, Vermignac, which is the hammer, Sunder, and Dagoth himself. We need to get those artifacts in order to kill him. I say need. In fairness, if you manage to do enough damage to Dagoth on a single hit, it is possible to just kill him. To just delete him from existence. But I'm talking about like hundreds of thousands of damage. You would have to glitch the game to do it. And I think a lot of Morrowind speedruns tend to do that. Just for funsies. So I'm going to go a kind of hippity-hoppity way towards it. That massive spire over there that we've been seeing, I'll try and get into view, is pretty much our final destination. Don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of catch it in the top centre of the screen. Of that big spire is Dagoth's Citadel, and it's where we're going over the Ghost Fence, past the protective energies of the Tribunal, and to face the enemy. Let me know in the comments if you've played Morrowind before what your first experience of the main quest was. I didn't do the main quest in Morrowind until like 2 years after I got the game. I would literally just run about doing odd jobs, joining the guilds. That was just all I did in it. That's all that you had to do in the game. And it was only afterwards that I learned, oh yeah, there's a story to this. I think what happened was I joined the temple and they kept talking about this guy called Dagoth. And I'm like, oh, okay, so there is actually something going on here. Guys, you're about to witness a Cliff Racer massacre. Let's do this thing. Bonk, bonk. Any more? I know there are. I know there are. Oh. Blightstorm. Appropriate. Well, I leveled up my block too, didn't I? Oh, no, it's only level 35. That's not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. Alright, come on then, son. Hiya! If, by the way, there's any mods that you've seen in the course of the playthrough that you'd like a link to, just let me know. These animation mods have really enhanced the vanilla experience for me. If I get Restore Magicka potions? I do. I probably don't have many though. I'll pick up more off camera, I should be fine. Magicka pool's pretty good. Did I I unequipped my Necromancer's amulet for the Amulet of Locking. Oopsies, my bad. There it is, looming ominously in the distance. We hippity hop, we hippity hop. I think it's been a pretty good journey overall. I think Carla's seen a lot of the land. I think she's seen a lot of its people, and she is connected with a lot of the different guilds as well. And we've also got some awesome little artifacts. Slight spoiler, Sunder, the hammer, the artifact hammer, is, I would say, marginally better than Skullcrusher is. But I love the quest for Skullcrusher, so I really wanted to get it, and I do like how it looks. It's such a ridiculously large weapon. Plus, Carla just looks fantastic. I mean, I did put up the difficulty because I've got a lot of restorative buffs on just now. Gonna take him down because why not? Burst that balloon. Hiya. Goodbye. Oh, he deflates. So yeah, the Citadel's kind of coming into view. Yeah, that dark, brooding echo. And the Morrowind beat comes up at just the right time. That's awesome. Do 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 do. I was expecting a Blightstorm, I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was gonna survive that. Like, that's a hardy rat. I know that I've mainly focused on fire damage as a mage in this playthrough. I think it kind of behoves you to, as a mage. You should generally use the element that you're the most resistant against in case of Reflect, which is very annoying on more high-powered Deirdre. So like if you're a Argonian, you should use Poison because you've got 100% resistance. Dark Elf, use Fire. because you get easy to get 100% resistance. If you're a Nord, use cold damage. If you're a high elf, just go back to character creation and change your character. I think, by the way, that there's a little special Easter egg that we can get in here. There is. Wolf.
Anytime.
He only spawns here if we've gone up to a certain level in the Imperial cult. They call me Wolf. What brings you to Ghostgate? Wolf, that's me. This is a hell of a place. Why are you here? I'm the Nerevarine and I go to confront Dagothr in his citadel. What a piece of luck. Look, I'm an old Legion veteran. As old as the poor old Emperor, bless his soul. I'm too old for campaigning. I came this far to look at hell. But I can't go any further than this. I'd take it kindly of you if you'd carry this old lucky coin with you when you go to Dagothr. Sort of a token of the tough young hero I used to be. Would you do that for an old man? I'm sorry, but my mother told me never to accept gifts from strangers. Carla's mother did not tell her that. I'll take your old lucky coin to Dagothr with me. That's very kind of you. Here's the coin. I've had it with me a long time, and it's always brought me luck, but I have no more use for it, and I'd like to pass it on to somebody younger. Somebody going places I can't go anymore. Your generation's the shaper of history, an engine of destiny. That coin will bring you luck on the mountain, I promise, for Emperor and Empire, as we say in the Legions. Go with Kinnereth. The Emperor's getting old, don't know how much longer he'll hang on, so is the whole Empire for that matter, getting old that is. The Emperor and the Legions have held the Empire together for hundreds of years. It's been a good thing, by and large, but maybe it's time for a change, time for something young and new. What? No idea, because I'm old. It's the Aldmeri Dominion. The old dog doesn't get new ideas, but maybe young folks like you should try get some new ideas. I don't know, could be messy, but change is never pretty. Okay, and then I think, if I'm not mistaken, if we go outside, alright. So he's given us, first of all, a lucky coin, which, spoiler alert, actually doesn't do anything. It's just a coin with a different label. Old man's lucky coin. I think, yeah, he's gone. That was an avatar of Tiber Septim, the imperial god of war, who was once Emperor Tiber Septim, who's the first Dragonborn you'll know from Skyrim. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Just a little Easter egg there, folks, if you've played the Imperial Cult Quest. And just a little sign that the gods, not only the Tribunal, but and Azura, but the gods of the Imperium are on your side too. So, folks, here it is, the final confrontation. We press the switch and we walk through, entering the Ghost Gate and entering the end. I did always laugh that these switches were just here and just could be pressed by anyone. They're not even like properly locked. Oh, and right away we've got an ash cool. Alright, come at me then, son. And the sky's reddening, the skies are darkening. Oh, shit. Bit of lag. He's not the first goal that we're going to see here. And here we see red skies over red mountain. Folks, I'm going to leave it here. You're looking at the area with the toughest of Morrowind's enemies and with the final challenge to us before Carla's adventure is done and she ascends to her position of war leader of Morrowind, an ultimate bonker. Most creatures here are blighted, and the only shrine over here is the last vestige of civilization in Morrowind. That citadel's our destination. Folks, I'll see you in the next episode. Enjoy your day, enjoy your week, enjoy your night. Next episode might just be a two-parter, or it might be the last part of the playthrough. Whoa, 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 oh, that was creepy. Hiya, hiya. Is Carla gonna make it? Are we gonna make it through a whole permadeath run? Tune in next time and find out. Enjoy your day, enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy your week, and as usual, make sure to check under your bed.